Good evening. Good evening. John Augustine here. I'm back not too long from visiting a place called Kilmainham Wood, Sacred Heart Church. The graveyard there, my darling wife Judy is buried there. So it was kind of a wet old day, drizzling rain, heavy rain at times. And so I said my prayers there at the grave and shed a tear. And then went into the church and lit a few candles in memory of those that have gone before, including Julie. And then did the Station of the Cross for the end of the war in Ukraine and Israel and Gaza, wherever else this was. And safe enough. Cars on the road here and there. Some of them going a bit on the fast side to my way of thinking. Don't know what the hurry is on them. And so safe home. Had an ice cream there when I come back. Funny how you get a bit, whatever it is, and have ice cream in the fridge and a couple of wafers with it. Just to sort of replenish that, whatever it is. So here we are. Happy New Year to you. And I hope I find you well on this drizzly old day. Probably all over. It's raining all over the world. Yeah. Now, that's an Alexandrina. Lovely little saint. Now, she was going to be taken to be reported by ambulance, offering up all the sufferings that the journey would inevitably bring her. I embraced my family and friends, and only Jesus knew the sorrow it cost me to separate myself from them. I looked only into the Sacred Heart and the Immaculate Heart of Mary and implored them to give me courage and strength to bear this new affliction. As they laboured my stretcher downstairs, I murmured to my weeping family, "Courage, all for Jesus and for souls." I was unable to say more. There was such a tightening of my heart that I felt it would be impossible to keep back the tears. Alexandrina, she was going to hospital for her check that she was only taking the Eucharist. Yeah, and inquire into it. You know, the way they're always, well, anyways, they're probably doing it for a reason. They want to help Alexandrina. We leave it at that and we do the rest tomorrow. We only do a bit for to just reflect. She's going to the hospital in Oporto from the village and they were all weeping. They thought they mightn't get her back. You can just visualise the scene, can't you? Any of you have ever had ones that had to go to hospital, you're afraid you wouldn't see them again. Yeah, we all went through that. The Valley of Tears. This is why when we say the Hail Holy Queen, it's the Valley of Tears, isn't it? Hail Holy Queen, Mother of Mercy, new sitting around her hope, to deed we cry for banished children of Eve, to deed we set up our souls, mourning and weeping this Valley of Tears. Turn the most gracious advocate and noise of mercy towards us, and after this our exile shown to us the blessed fruit, thou young Jesus. Oh, ho, ho, clemens. Oh, ho, ho, pia. Oh, dulcis Virgo Maria. I'll be doing a few hymns after this. I'm ahead of my time. Bye now, and see you shortly, as the fella says. Diddly-doy-doy-doy.